Good evening. If you were joining us on our stream on Friday, you would know what that was all about. If not, you can find that video on YouTube. I'll make it short for you. We were dealing with very, very dry air this weekend, Arctic air, and I told everyone to hydrate, lotion, chapstick, and it's still a little dry out there. Dew points weren't the best today, but we've seen a little bit of improvement as those winds have begun to shift. And we're going to continue to march into positive territory. So, good evening. Happy Monday. Glad to see all of you all join us. Tom and Jerry's in the chat already. Good evening. Welcome back to our stream. Lots to talk about over the course of the next couple of days. Something that I know that you all will love to hear is that temperatures are going to be warming. We've only hit the 60s twice this month, and in the 7-day forecast, I am tracking 5 opportunities for us to get into the 60s out of the next 7 days. So winning tomorrow's not one of them, but it will be a degree or two warmer across most of North Georgia in comparison to where we were today. So definitely moving into a positive direction. Let's go ahead and switch so that I can tell you what we're talking about over the course of the next couple of days. Let's talk with right now. Temperatures aren't terrible. The 40s, better than the teens and the 20s. 45 in Atlanta, 41 LJ, 48 in LaGrange. It's going to be a milder night tonight. We're expecting clouds to linger, and we're also looking at a southeasterly breeze. So we're expecting to start off the morning somewhere in the upper 30s, low 40s, depending on where you are. So needing a light jacket tomorrow, but other than that, it's going to be a pretty solid day. Rain chances are going to gradually increase as we head through the next couple of days. I think we'll see a spotty shower around tomorrow morning during the morning drive. I don't think it's going to slow anybody down. It's the South. We get spotty showers all the time. This isn't going to be too impactful. But those rain chances are going to increase as we head into your Wednesday. And while we've upped the rain chance, it's not really a first alert because the showers are going to be everywhere, kind of hit or miss. But by Thursday, we're going to see a more organized line of showers and thunderstorms push through. So that's prompting a first alert for Thursday. And Friday and Saturday is looking to be a bit wet too. Friday, out of the 3 days that are first alerts, looks to be the one that's going to be the least impactful. There's some moisture around. Looks like it's going to hug. Maybe the I-20 corridor points to the south. But Saturday is going to be a little bit more organized and more widespread. All 3 days to just be weather aware as we're giving you the heads up that it's going to be pretty damp. And by the time this is all over, we're going to be looking at picking up widespread 2 to 4 inches of rain. And guidance is hinting that there could be some areas that locally pick up to 5. So things to talk about, things to worry about later down the pipeline. Tomorrow's not going to be a terrible day. I mentioned spotty showers around tomorrow. You can see it's the lighter green, so this is going to be really just nuisance precip around at the 7 o'clock hour. Everybody's not getting it. The bulk of the afternoon is going to be pretty dry, just cloudy and gloomy looking. And then we'll see a little bit more moisture filter in as we head into the evening. As far as the temperatures are concerned, tomorrow's going to be the coolest day of the work week after today. We'll start off in the 40s in the morning, and we'll see temperatures climb into the upper 40s, low 50s as we push into the afternoon. We'll top out somewhere near 52 degrees here in Atlanta and then trend a little bit cooler. Tom and Jerry asked a question in our chat. So is there any chance of snow in the forecast? No. Thankfully, in the 7-day, not going to be cold enough for snow. To be quite frank, we're going to barely be cold enough at night. Most of the nights in the forecast are going to be very warm. So we'll get to that in just a second. But unfortunately, there's no snow in the forecast for us here in North Georgia. Let's get you through Wednesday, and I mentioned a little bit more moisture around, some spotty showers for the 7 o'clock hour. What we're tracking tomorrow is going to be nuisance. There could be some pockets of rain Wednesday morning that's a little bit more aggressive as far as coming down a little bit heavier, but this isn't going to be widespread. The scattered showers are just going to kind of be hit or miss. As we head into the afternoon, you're going to see a line of that kind of coalesce and push towards the eastern half of the state. We'll keep a rain chance around all day, but the greatest chance of coverage for rain will build into the area as we head into the late hours Wednesday. At roughly 9, 10 o'clock, pushing into northwest Georgia, we'll see a more aggressive round of rain move in, and that's going to eventually sink through and push through our area as we head into the start of your Thursday morning. So first alert goes into effect Thursday morning for that first round of scattered rain and thunderstorms, but it's going to kind of come in waves throughout the day. We'll have some moisture around in the afternoon and then we'll see things dry out. And I mentioned that while Friday is a first alert, it's been trending a little bit drier. We've been kind of mentioning that, hey, we may end up pulling this back. If we continue to see data suggest that we're mainly dry throughout the day, we may end up making a move on that. For now, just a heads up, that same system is going to be around, and it's going to throw moisture our way into the day on Friday. And then more energetic line of showers and some rumbles of thunder are likely on Saturday, which is prompting that secondary first alert heading into the weekend. By Sunday, we trend a little bit drier. Most of the moisture pulls away, especially as we head into the afternoon. That's going to set us up for a pretty sweet Sunday fun day, roughly 2 o'clock to 6. Before temperatures start to trend a little bit cooler through the overnight. And I mentioned widespread rain totals are looking to be around 2 to 4 inches. There could be some areas that pick up a little bit more rain. This is over the course of the week. This is through Saturday night. So while this could present an isolated flood issue, we're going to be really watching the creeks and streams and rivers because all of that runoff water has to go somewhere. We could see those levels start to rise again, much like what we saw about a week or so ago. So it's just something to kind of have in the back of the mind. That's why we first alerted. Meanwhile, I promised you warmer numbers, getting into the 60s as early as Wednesday, 61 degrees. And I mentioned that we're going to be above freezing. You can see 39 is our morning low tomorrow. 38 is our morning low next Monday. And, I mean, these nights are going to be quite warm. We're talking about upper 50s, 60-degree mornings walking out of the door. So definitely going to be winning, especially as we head towards the second half of the week. Unfortunately, we're coupling that with moisture. It's going to be gloomy, and there's going to be showers on and off throughout the bulk of this period. So kind of take it how you see it is what I say. I mentioned this in the studio earlier whenever we were telling the anchors about the weather story. I'd rather it be 60s and rainy versus be sunny and 30s. So that's what we're tracking over the course of the next couple of days. Watching the chat, not a whole lot of questions tonight. I get it. It's Monday. Everybody's kind of grinding in that, slowly getting into the groove of the week. And me telling you that it's going to be a gloomy week and rainy isn't really the best news, and I 100% receive it. I always mention that I want to keep you for a good time, not a long time, and I'm going to honor that tonight. I'm going to throw this 7-day up one more second and give you the full screen so that you can see it and not be impeded by me. Just know that meteorologist Fred Campagna, we're going to be going through the data, have you some fresh updates on these rain totals that we're expecting later this week, and you can catch them tonight on Peachtree TV at 10 or on Atlanta News First at 11. Y'all have a fantastic Monday. Enjoy your dinner, and we'll do this again tomorrow at 8 o'clock.